name is Steve, and what he does is he does basic computer repair. And the good thing about learning from people who do basic computer repair all the time for like individual users is that they experience a ton more problems than I would see. You know, so he is presenting me with some great tools that I use, even for here, you know, and that I recommend out to friends when they call, you know, oh, I need my computer fixed, you know, what can I do? So I learned a lot from him. Another one that I listen to is the Mike Tech Show. Oh. Okay, before we go on, if you have a black Honda Civic hatchback, license plate number MVT69666, if you could please move your car, that would be great. Okay, so anyway, the next one I listen to is the Mike Tech Show. And the Mike Tech Show is really good because he was a sysadmin before, and then now he's doing personal computer work. So he kind of knows a little bit both, you know. So that's really good. You get his computer in the lab. These guys, the Mind of Root, these guys are strictly system administrators, network administrators, and they talk about networking. These guys are really good. They get into really hardcore stuff too, like Windows, besides Windows, but they also get into Cisco routing, if you guys are into that. I'm not really that good at that, so, but these guys talk about that a lot. For the Mac, I listen to Maccast. This guy is pretty cool. He's fun to listen to. But Maccast, they teach you a lot. And for overall general computing knowledge, this guy Leo Laporte, you can listen to him. Overall general computing knowledge. He's pretty popular. You guys heard of him? How many of you guys heard of him? Yeah, this guy's pretty popular. So, you know,
he's got like 12 different shows.
Yeah, you're right. He had 12 different shows, and so the main one that I listen to is the Tech Show, which is just a big, broad, general thing that he just tries to hit. So, which is good. And I listen to these guys every once in a while. The Computer Guys podcast. I couldn't find their website, but I found them on iTunes. So if you have iTunes, just search for them. The Computer Guys. But these guys are all general. Now, before we talk about emerging technologies, I want to go over my top FAQs, frequently asked questions that I get all the time. So, which is better, Mac or PC? PC. What is better, Mac or PC? Linux. This is a question I get all the time. What's better, Mac or PC?
Get both.
Okay, this may be a little biased. Personally, I've been using a Mac, an Apple computer ever since I was a kid. I started off with the Apple IIgs, for some of you guys who know about that. I moved from the 2GS to the Classic 2, the Classic 2 to the PowerBook 520C, the PowerBook 520C to the PowerBook G4, the Pismo version. And then, oh no, that was a PowerBook G3 Pismo version. And then I even had a Mac clone, a Power Computing Mac clone. So I've been using Macs for a long time. And then I started using PCs. And I thought, oh, this is not too bad. But the basic questions you have to ask is, not so much Mac or PC, is what are you going to use this computer for? You know? Generally before it was graphics for Mac, business for PC, but not so much anymore. You know? I know some great guys that created some wonderful, awesome movies on a PC. And I know that a lot of businesses like Intuit are leaning towards the Mac in terms of business. They finally got QuickBooks 2009 from Mac now. They never had QuickBooks for a long time. But now they're kind of seeing that, you know, it's kind of a personal touch. Which one do you like better? And then there's the rise of Linux. You know, Linux, which is free, and you kind of see it if you go to Dell. They sell a lot of their netbooks. Ubuntu. You guys ever heard of that's a Linux type of software, but Mac or PC is not so much verse anymore. It's like, which one do you like better? But I found that dollar for dollar, hardware for hardware, software for software, when you total it out, Mac is slightly cheaper. Dollar for dollar, software for software. But you gotta have everything being everything equal. So whatever's installed comes pre-installed with the Mac. has to match somewhat what you can get with the PC. It comes out about equal. It comes out about equal. The one thing that I do like what Mac does that Windows, I don't know why they do this, is with Mac. You buy Mac OS X once. It is just everything. Windows, or you have Windows Vista Ultimate, Windows Vista Home, Windows Vista Business, Windows Vista this, Windows Vista that. There's so many different options. You know, which one is good for you? Because maybe you buy it with Home, but later on you want to use it at your business, but you can't because you can't do networking because you need business, or you need Ultimate, or you need this, or you need that. So Windows just kind of muddied it up in terms of that. I don't know if they're ever going to change, but that's the way they decided to work. Apple is the best out of the box. You can use this for business and personal. And it's one price, $129. There's like 5 different pricing structures. If you want to look it up online, go for it. Microsoft.com. So, but that's you know, one of the questions I always get. The second question is, which is the best virus protection and spyware protection software? Now, there's 2 answers. Do you want to spend money, or do you not want to spend money? Because there's 2. You know, paid software. There's Trend Micro that usually comes installed. It's it kind of bogs your system down a little bit. It's a little slow, but it comes pre-installed already with a lot of computers. Bitdefender. I've heard good things about Bitdefender. I personally never used it because you got to pay for it. But my friends who have used it said it's really good. Bitdefender. And this is the worst one in the world, but I just decided to use it. Norton's Internet Security. It just bogs your computer down, it takes up a lot of resources, and it's slow. So these are all the paid ones. Now,